Cool, so my name is Keith Campbell. I'm drumming on the Mako Breathe tour. I'll show you around the kit. So I have a Risen drum kit. It's actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece because I usually have an extra tom over here. But for this I'm just doing a smaller setup. So the kick is a 24 by 16 deep. Rack tom is a 8 by 12. Floor tom is a 14 by 16. And then the snare is an 8 by 14. They're all maple shells. I believe 6 ply, 8 ply for the snare drum. So I got this kit when I was a sophomore in high school. I just found out about this Risen drum company. Played a lot in churches. They're like a Christian company. So I ended up, reaching out to them, getting a deal. Yeah, I just always loved these drums. And this kit was like a dream come true, and still is almost all the time. It's amazing. But to have this when I was a sophomore was felt like the top dog. So it's been a good kit. For the heads, I use all Evans. I love Evans. For the toms, I just use the classic G2 coated for both. For the kick, I have the EMAD 2, which is like a 2-ply head. Usually I would like the EMAD, but for the tour, this is a little sturdier, lasts a lot longer, so a little more durable. For the snare head, this is a fun one. I have the new, it's the hydraulic head, but Evans made a new red one. So it's pretty rad looking, really thick, really beefy. I love it a lot. For the bottom of the snare, it's a Hazy 300, I believe. Really classic snare head. For the bottom of the toms, they are a Evans G1, so just a 1-ply head. They do great. They sound amazing. Cool. For cymbals, I actually use a company called Heartbeat. They're one of the few companies I actually still endorse. They are like the best of the best. So for the hi-hats, we have 17-inch Raw series. For the crash to my left here, we have a 20-inch Studio crash. And for my main crash ride that I just bash a lot is the 22-inch custom light ride, I believe. So for the hardware, it's kind of a mix and match right now. I'm kind of trying to weed out all the other stuff and get all DW. So all the stuff I have right now, I have a DW 9000 Throne, which is like the airlift, so it's got the whole office chair thing, really awesome. The 9000 airlift snare stand, so it kind of raises on its own as well. 5000 hi-hat stand, 9000 kick pedal, which is the best pedal in the world. And for the beater, I actually love this. It's called a Zorro beater by Dan Marr. It's really cool. It's like this cube felt beater. It's really great sound. And then for these two, I have two Tama, I think Road Pro stands, which are great too. I just love DW, so I'm kind of slowly getting all DW right now. For this guy here, for all electronics, I'm running through the SPD SX, which is kind of an essential thing for any drummer in the industry now. So this thing has everything, all the samples coming to it, including these triggers that we have. I have one here, it's the dual trigger, what is it, RT30HR is its technical name. For the snare, which sends samples all through here. Kick trigger as well, which runs straight into the SPD. So yeah, that's the whole electronic world, all in the SPD. One last thing I have to mention is the snare wires that I'm using on the bottom of the snare here are a company called Canopus. They make the best snare wires ever. These are a 30-strand, I think they're called backbeat. So they're a little more crisp and just really nice, really nice. So company that I really love. They're the best snare wires in the game. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. My name's Keith Campbell, drumming from Mako. Be sure to check out Mako on any listening platform, Spotify, iTunes. I think he's on all of it. Yeah, thanks again.